That feels better. Hey Sumito, Hikari. What happens to the water after it's flushed down the toilet?
Well, it's now time to learn about wastewater management.
Okay.
Wastewater from homes and industrial waste from factories are sent down sewage pipes.
The rain from streets is collected in gutters and sent to drainage pipes, which empty into area rivers.
I'm sure you've seen many manhole covers in streets. Below each of these covers are deep holes which lead to sewer pipes. There are many sewer pipes buried below streets. The total distance of pipes in Kyoto City is about 4,200 kilometers.
Take a look at this illustration. Wastewater and rain collected in sewer pipes comes to facilities called treatment plants. Here, the water goes through a number of treatment processes that reclaim it before being returned to area rivers.
Okay, here's another quiz question. The wastewater treatment plants employ a living creature to purify water. What is this living creature? 1. Fish. 2. Microorganisms. 3. Fireflies.
I know, it's number 1, fish. They swallow water impurities at the same time as they eat.
You're wrong. Fish can't live in unclean water. Since fireflies only live in clean water, the answer is number 2, microorganisms.
You're right, Miyako.
I'll now explain how wastewater is reclaimed at water treatment plants.
Okay.
Among small, living creatures invisible to the human eye called microorganisms, there is one type that likes impure water.
This microorganism voraciously consumes diluted impurities that settle to the lower layers of a tank called a reacting tank.
This collection of microorganisms, called active sludge, becomes even more agitated when they come in contact with air. This agitated state removes impurities from the water.
Really? The microorganisms need air, just like us.
Now, have a look at this.
You're right. It's completely different from the water beforehand.
I can see through it.
Let's now take a look at the inside of the wastewater treatment plant.
Okay.
Trash and sand flow with wastewater into the treatment plants.
Wow, many things accumulate here.
First of all, a rake-like screen culls any large pieces of trash.
Then, earth and sand are sunken to the bottom of a grit chamber and removed.
Oh.
Here at the pump facility, huge pumps are used to bring up the wastewater from the deep grit chamber and send it to primary settling tanks located above ground. This is a primary settling tank. Here, as the wastewater flows slowly, small bits of trash and mud sink into the bottom and are discarded. In this way, the water in the upper levels is slowly becoming cleaner. This water will then set on to the next stage.
Oh yeah. The water continues to move along.
The water is bubbling here.
Yes, this is the reacting tank, which I told you about earlier. The microorganisms do their work in this tank.
Wastewater treated in the reacting tank is sent slowly into what is called the final settling tank. Here, the activated sludge settles to the bottom.
Oh, only the water in the upper layers flow out, just like in the primary settling tank.
That's right. You can tell this water is much cleaner than it was at the beginning of the treatment process.
What happens to the activated sludge?
It is sent back to the reacting tank, where it continues to work.
Wow, they are hard workers.
In the central command room, staff monitor the facility and the flow of rainwater in the city to prevent flooding. Staff work relentlessly, 365 days a year.
It's their job to reclaim the water we use and return it to nature.
Now, although the water at this stage is clean enough for fish to live, it still contains small amounts of E. coli bacterium and other bacteria that must be properly sterilized before it is returned to area rivers.
I see. Compared to the beginning, the water is really clean.
Right. And at this state, staff always use the latest analytical equipment to conduct stringent quality checks to make sure the water is safe. The Wastewater Management Bureau has a responsibility to not only maintain water in rivers within the city, but also to protect the quality of the Yorugawa and other downstream rivers used for tap water by our neighbors. Therefore, the wastewater treatment plants must send out the cleanest water as possible.
How do you do that?
Each of the plants puts the water through a phased advanced treatment process.
What's this advanced treatment?
It's a process to remove phosphorus and nitrogen from the water, the cause of red tides and other phenomenon that kill fish in rivers and oceans, and eliminate any discoloration that would make the water seem impure.
Wow!
Ozone gas, which excels in sterilizing and removing discoloration, is employed in the advanced treatment process at some of the plants.
You're right, that water is very clean.
Let's now take a look at the 3 wastewater treatment plants in Kyoto City. This is the Toba Wastewater Treatment Plant. It's the biggest treatment plant in Kyoto City. The Kishoin treatment plant is part of the Toba plant. It was the first wastewater treatment plant in Kyoto. It treats a large amount of discolored water that comes from many nearby dye factories. Therefore, it employs the aforementioned ozone treatment method to remove the discoloration.
The Fushimi Wastewater Treatment Plant also employs the ozone treatment to reclaim water. Although all treatment plants are careful about bothersome odors, the Ishida Wastewater Treatment Plant is especially careful because it is located within a large high-rise condominium complex.
Other treatment plants service in the city's mountainous communities.
By the way, what happens to the sludge removed in the primary and final settling tanks?
Ah, that's a very good question. Let me explain about that now. The dirt and sludge that accumulates at each treatment plant is sent to the Toba Wastewater Treatment Plant via a pressurized pipeline. Next, the sludge and leftover activated sludge are combined into concentrated sludge to reduce its size. Doing this allows for increased efficiency. Here, gas is released from the sludge. Next, it is sent to a dewatering machine. This is what we call dehydrated cake.
Can we eat this cake?
Of course we can't.
Oops, sorry.
The dehydrated cakes are then baked at high temperatures using the gas that was just released to make harmless ash that is useful for landfill. The wastewater management system plays other important roles.
Like what?
There are two. The first one is protecting the city from flooding. A lot of the land in our city is covered with asphalt or concrete, which makes it hard for the ground to absorb rainwater in many places. When there is much rainfall in a short period of time, the rainwater has no place to go and causes flooding throughout the city. Therefore, we are building more underground reservoirs and drainage pipes that can temporarily store rainwater.
This is a big tunnel. It can store a lot of water.
The second role is keeping our rivers clean on rainy days. Some 40% of Kyoto's sewer lines are part of a combined system that carry both rainwater and wastewater. Therefore, when rainfall is more than the sewer lines can handle, rain containing wastewater and trash overflows into area rivers.
Oh no, that pollutes the rivers.
For this reason, we are building storage trunks to store wastewater and installing equipment that removes trash at river discharge outlets to improve the combined wastewater management system.
What's this?
This is the inside of an old, damaged sewer pipe. These old pipes burst, and wastewater can get clogged inside them. There, we are at the Wastewater Management Bureau, conduct regular inspections, and clean, repair, and replace pipes as needed.
It may be hard to understand because we can't see the sewer system, but it plays an important role in our lives.
The sewer system really plays a vital role.
Uh-huh, that's right. Not only does it improve our living environment, the sewers protect the city from flooding and other natural disasters.
We will continue to improve wastewater management to protect nature and make our lives more comfortable.